Hello my stars, Galateon here, and welcome back to episode 2 of Bare Buildtopia. Before we get started into this video, I am going to do a small little FYI that I am going to change the way that I do Bare Buildtopia a little bit. I'm going to add a small little storyline, which you'll see in episode 3, which is hopefully going to come out soon. But for now, I just wanted to get this video out to you guys. We're doing Rapunzel's Tower in honor of my birthday being today, July 2nd. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get to the building process. Alright you guys, I'm going to take over for a voiceover for a little bit to kind of explain the process. You know, just a small little talk. The first thing that I'm doing is building kind of how high I want the tower in the radius at the top. Just to kind of like have a basis as to where I want to be, I decided to do the actual building of the tower first before doing the structure at the bottom. Not for any particular reason, I just didn't want to deal with building the tower just yet. Because that was a process. Let me tell you, I had almost 4 hours of footage for building this tower, and by the end of it I was so tired. I just wanted to get it over with. I can have a short attention span, so doing this for 4 hours was a little bit of a struggle. With previous videos or anytime I've done building projects in the past, I'll do it piece by piece, kind of like, and give myself a break in between so I don't get burnt out. And I figured that giving myself time to build like the bottom of the tower would be best. But you can see here that I'm really just building the actual structure of the tower. I had at least 4 to 5 reference photos that I used. I did, like, I just Google searched Rapunzel's tower and I had some pictures from the actual movie. And I actually looked at like a few pictures of toys to see, like, just to try and get an idea as to where to do certain placements. And I did search Minecraft Rapunzel Tower build, and just to like scroll and see what other people have like slightly did. So I did take some inspiration from some people's builds, but that's really it. I will show my reference photos at the end of the video for those who want it, because I do want to give credit where credit is due, because I did take inspiration from color stories and kind of just placement of certain things. But this is really just the build in terms of like the top part of the tower. I definitely went through and got rid of and rebuilt different things. I didn't want this to be too much of a tutorial and put too much pressure on myself to show the step by step, because it was like I didn't practice really building this. This was kind of me freelancing it. Not freelancing, that's not necessarily the word for it, just like doing it. So I did change like the shape and the layout of the build a little bit every so often, just to kind of like, it was personal preference, and you can see me like destroying and like redoing. And again, I tried to show as many steps, but unfortunately unfortunately it's really hard, especially when I had 4 hours worth of footage of just the building process for this. It's funny too, because you can see like at some points my, you know, my little Minecraft character, like I literally would like go back and forth, like just in the air, and going up and down to try and see like what I was doing. I was just going back and forth to compare and be like, do I actually like this, or is this, you know, am I just biased because I don't want to redo it? This part right here, the castle technically has 4 different spots, and obviously in Minecraft it can't be a perfect circle, which was my kind of struggle, because while this was a kind of a big build, it was also kind of a small build. So the part that I'm working on, like right there, kind of up at the front where the pink sign is at the bottom, I labeled as the front, which is where the iconic window is, where Rapunzel lets down her hair, and you see in the first part of the movie with Pascal and her playing hide and go seek. Um, my voice cracked a little bit there, my apologies. But I had this side, which was the front window side. To the left of this point of view was like the blue window, and to the right was just like a small little furnace area. And then the back of the tower is a second smaller tower, which is Rapunzel's room. I also want to give like a small little like, hey, just a warning. Movie magic can do a lot of weird things with perspective, obviously. So while the build can look really big on the outside, it was kind of smaller on the inside. It wasn't as spacious, obviously, as the movie is, but you know, you can only do so much. And if you guys are wanting to recreate this build, please, like, I very much encourage it because I struggled with it too. Take some creative freedom with it. You don't have to do it like completely perfect, but if you do have any questions for blocks that I used, or maybe even like spaces in between blocks, like how many blocks in between this and how many blocks in between that, um, just go ahead and ask me in the comments and I'll respond anything. So this part is what got me. This is the um, back tower, and it was like, I didn't realize how big of a project this stupid back tower will be. I actually ended up like kind of tearing it down a little bit further on because I didn't like, I made it too big, but like it also wasn't big enough because from the reference photos that I had, like the tower like peeked out, so technically it shouldn't have been like in the back like this, but it was the only way for me to make it work with how I was building and I guess kind of how small my tower was. I didn't realize I made it small, but I guess I did. Um, because this top part right there that I'm building now, the way that that peeks out is the roof of that part of the tower isn't supposed to touch the roof of the rest of the tower. However, even after I tore it down later on and rebuilt it smaller, it still touched the roof. So at that point, I was like, all right, well, that's perfectly fine. Because if I have to destroy, like, fix the roof, I would have to take down, like, everything. And I was not about to do that. I feel like at one point in the future, I might want to redo doing the tower. Maybe next year on my birthday, we'll try it again. I just really wanted to get this out, so I did feel slightly rushed doing it. But I wanted to do it in honor of my birthday because Tangled is like my all-time favorite Disney movie. Like that was, I wanted to be Rapunzel so bad when I was little. I wanted to have her hair, and then I chopped my hair off. So that was unfortunate, but I wanted to be Rapunzel so bad that, like, even to this day, it's my favorite movie. I love the Kingdom Dance song, that little, like, TikTok trend. That was, Tangled is just such a good movie. If you've not seen it, I highly recommend you watch it. Um, my, like, you know the quote, like, you're your worst, like, critic, like, as an artist. This is what I felt like this. I did not like the build when I was building it. I'm still indifferent about it, but I feel like it's the best it's gonna get. In my mind, I did not do Tangled justice. However, at the same time, I am slightly proud of the build. Slightly, not completely, slightly. So I really didn't do much for the interior. I actually ended up doing the interior and a lot of the terraforming off camera, just because that kind of seemed like I want you guys to do whatever you want with the interior. If you're building this in an actual Minecraft world, obviously, like sometimes function needs to happen, which does not always happen with interior. Um, but I did a lot of terraforming and stuff off camera, and I decorated the inside off camera, which I will show a walkthrough at the end, just bear with me. But that is just not me like showing what I'm doing. Um, this clip of me doing the decorating or the actual just building the foundation of the tower. This clip was so long. This took up a majority of that 4 hours probably. This clip is in 33.3 speed time. So that is just like, and it's still like 40 something seconds. And that is just like, that was just that clip of that one perspective you saw. That's not including all the other clips of me showing like the rest of the terraforming and the building of the base of the tower. That is just me building the tower from top to bottom or bottom to top. That is how long it took. This was when I was starting to go a little crazy and I was like, alright, well, I need to like hurry up. So this is where I wanted to build the entrance to the tower. And one of the biggest Minecraft building life hacks I can give you is if you want to create a really cool natural cave system, use TNT. Blow it up. I can't tell you how great that works. Yeah, I went into, what is this? Spectator mode, and I showed like the process of me literally blowing up the cave to create a really cool natural looking walkway. I did end up decorating it and terraforming it again off camera, um, because that's kind of like a little bit of a annoying process to show. But this is the before, this overview showing what it looks like before, and y'all are gonna see the after walkthrough when I'm done terraforming and decorating.